So let's talk a little bit about the range for shooting and the differences between what you're firing. Again, remember we talked about smooth bore in this rifled ordnance piece. Smooth bore shoots at a much higher angle. Rifled ordnance piece shoots at a flatter angle. So you get a trade-off a little bit. You can lob a shell out there pretty far, but you lose accuracy and you lose control. It's affected more by the wind, believe it or not, even the weight of those balls. And so a rifled ordnance piece has a range of about 1.25 miles to 1.5 miles. And there's accounts from gunners in the Civil War, and they said they felt their crew could hit a flour barrel. So you're talking a target about 12 inches across at 1.5 miles. Now, that may be a little exaggerated because I can't see a flour barrel 1.5 miles away. Nobody could. There's things in between, and that's one of the limitations of this rifled ordnance piece. You got to have a clear shot, you got to have an open field, and you got to have spotters out there to tell you where you're aiming. They had a very, for its time, advanced sighting system on the top of the barrel for an ordnance piece. The other ones, it's just a tube. There's no sights because you're just lobbing it up there. But you're firing at masked people. You're trying to get it out there. So you can probably shoot a cannonball from a smooth tube maybe 3 miles. Again, it depends on the size of that ball. And cannons, while we measure guns by caliber, the percentage of an inch, the diameter of that barrel is the opening. We measure cannons by the number of pounds the ordnance piece weighs that they're throwing out. So 8-pound ball, 10-pound ball, 12-pound ball, 20-pound ball, and on batteries that are sit on land for forts and things, sometimes as much as a 30-pound ball. So the rifled ordnance piece shoots an 8-pound piece of ordnance with a 1-pound powder charge and can get 2 miles out of it. An 8-pounder that's a smooth bore can get a little more than that range-wise, but they lose in accuracy, and you can almost see it coming because it's such a big loop. And the same when you shoot now 10-pound, 12-pound, 20-pound ball, you're going to lose some range because you're throwing a lot more weight up. You can only put so much powder in that tube before the tube can't handle the pressure, and then you got a problem. So you start to limit how far they can throw. Another thing we didn't talk about were mortars. Mortars were a huge tool in this time period. They are like little pot-bellied toads sitting on the ground there. They don't come up any higher than this. They usually have a huge bore in them, and they throw out, I mean, you're just spitting a big old pile of powder in there, and then you put a ball out of that. Dangerous as can be, because you can walk in front of one of them if you're not paying attention, end up headless. But they're very effective, and they throw those balls out. They're easy to move, easier than a cannon, and there's a lot of advantage to them. So mortars were also used.